How are y'all doing tonight? Come on in. Let's talk about it. Give myself a minute to shed a little light on the subject here. Just got home and I was wanting wings and waffles. I was like, I am not stopping. I got wings at home. I got waffles at home. I'm going home and cook them. Okay? So I did. So that's what I'm having for my dinner tonight. That's what I wanted. So that's what I came home and cooked. Yeah. Hey, Sherry, you here? Ms.V trying to eat and do a little bit of something. There it is. Did I do a good job? Got my syrup, got my hot sauce, my hand sanitizer, my water. I got everything I need and got me a TV tray and sit down. Parked it. Came out the kitchen because I got to go in there and clean it up. I did it in a hurry, man. And normally I do my dishes after I clean up. Tonight I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. I didn't eat when I came home. So I was like, I want wings and waffles, and that's what I'm going to eat. So y'all come on in. We're going to talk about justice for all. We ain't going to be on here a long time, but I saw something coming home today. I had made up in my mind. I said, the only way I'm going to be able to keep up with anything going on with YouTube, I just got to go back and start watching the people I want to watch and the people who I've always watched. And I really enjoy watching them. So tonight, I'm going to talk about the video, no, it was a lie, that I watched with Justice coming home tonight. And I don't know how many of y'all watch Justice React, but she's been out here, I guess, over a year, because I'm coming up on a year. So I don't know exactly how long she's been out here, but I started watching her from the time I realized she was out here. And I really, really, really love her content. It's awesome, in my opinion. So I thought, let me just react on what I saw tonight. And I didn't see the whole video. I didn't see it. I saw the last probably 15 to 20 minutes of the video, and it was at least an hour long because she said, I have been on here an hour, y'all. And she and her daughter were getting ready to go to the store. So let me stop for a minute, speak to y'all, get a bite. Hold on. Waffles good. Gotta put a little hot sauce on these wings. Check this flat out. See what's shaking with it. Crispy and juicy. I double battered it. So I wanted that crunch. I've been through the kitchen. Okay. Hey, Sharon. Glad you made it. Hey, Jam Jam. Y'all run up in here too fast. Now, hold on. Looks good, Ms.V. It is good. I wish y'all were here to actually taste test and let me know. But you can always improve on everything. What you want to see added the next time, or I garnished mine with a strawberry because I had some strawberries up there. I can add different stuff to it. Vanilla flavor, cinnamon. You can add whatever you want. Make different kinds of syrups. Just like at the restaurants. Yeah. When I was home, I'd do all that kind of stuff. I'll be on the run now. I have to take it like it is. Hey, Charlene. Thank you for the hearts and the roses. Justice for Gator. What you mean, Justice for Gator? He look full, fat, and happy to me. He's a blessed man. Gator don't need nothing. Nothing. That's not a thing. He don't require nothing, and he don't need nothing. Anything you give Gator, it's something you want to do for him. He's a blessed man. You lay over there and smile all day. Do it look mad or upset to you? Mm-mm. Charlene want y'all to hit that bell and ring it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, probably could have been a chef too. Or had opened up a restaurant at one time. I used to work with a friend who owned Bourbon Street, and they had a restaurant in there. And to hang out with her, I used to go in the kitchen on the weekends when I would cook with her, and I got a lot of her recipes by being in the kitchen helping her. And this is the way she cooks her chicken to sell. They've been in business now over 20 years. Mm-hmm. Um, Ms.V, you making me hungry. I'm sorry, Alex. I love flats. I like either one. Some people want just flats. I'll take the flat or yeah, and I like golden brown. I like it to be precise all the way around. I don't like dark spots on my chicken and stuff. I'm picky when they bring my food to the table. I really am. Because I feel like if I can take the time to do this at home and I'm paying you to bring it to me, I want it to look right. Don't come bring no sloppy food up there. Garnish my food. Make it look pretty on the plate. Do all that. Um, to just to say, yummy, I never heard of her. Justice Reacts. You ought to go over and listen to her. I greatly appreciate her content. There's a lot of content out here that I followed in the past just to support them. But I have maybe two or three of my favorite, and she's one of them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Justice really missed her calling, in my opinion. She should have been a top-notch lawyer in her own business, not in nobody else's firm by now at her age, and could have made plenty of money because she's just that knowledgeable. And she was a sheriff. She chose to be a sheriff versus an attorney or a lawyer. Okay. She studied the law. And when she comes out here on her platform, I have a lot of lawyers around me, grew up with them, friends with them, family. And I've had them to look at some of her lives because there was some things that she said that went over my head and I didn't quite understand it from a legal viewpoint. And every last one of them, three of them to be exact, said she on point. Two of them were prosecutors, and the other one was a judge who used to be an attorney. Okay? So I would rather spend my time listening to somebody who knows the law, who has studied the law, even though they may not have gone and passed the LSAP and passed the bar or whatever. They had their own reasons for not doing that, but it wasn't because she couldn't. And I used to follow her all the time when I was not working, and every chance I got. And if I couldn't get into her live or her chat to even speak to her, I would catch the replay and let her know that I watched her and hit that like button. She didn't come out here with, she's a reaction channel, but she doesn't come out here with a lot of foolery and cussing and fussing and hell raising. She just breaks it down where you don't have to have much education to understand what she's saying. And she said something else tonight. Y'all know Toya that comes into my chat from time to time. I assumed, it's bad to assume, that Toya was an attorney. But she said tonight that she wasn't. I was thrilled because I just thought because they went back and forth, her and Roz's lawyer daughter, that this woman was an attorney. Toya, don't you miss your calling. You young enough to do your thing, okay? It doesn't take long. You already got the college degree, go on for it. Because you can have a degree in anything and be a lawyer. You do not have to go into the legal field of any college to be a lawyer. You can do political science. I mean, it can be in any subject you chose to. Long as you can enter into law school and they let you in, and you pass your test, and you pass that bar in the end. Now, some states now, that ain't that easy. I'm going to tell you one is Louisiana. Anybody who's ever passed the Louisiana bar will tell you they still got Napoleonic laws. You got to study. You got to know Louisiana law. It hadn't changed since the state became a boot. And it goes a little bit more in depth than most states. Because most states, basically the laws are basically the same. It may change a little bit here and there. But that's one state. When you go there and pass, you sharp. And you have really dug off into them books. Because they ain't finna let you go through there. But it amazes me how if you did a statistical study on that state, they probably have more lawyers than most states in every city. And you try to think, how can all these lawyers survive in this one little poor ass state? Because there's lots going on. Okay? There's so many different areas of law you can practice in. Some people might want to do marriage and divorce. Some people might want to do criminal. Some people might want to do defense. Some people might want to go into corporate law. You got to figure out what you want to do. I mean, just because you say, I want to be a lawyer, you could want to maybe, what I don't know what you call a lawyer, but those that chase cars up and down the road. Okay, my little nephew did that for a while. The other part about that kind of law is you don't get paid until you win that case after them wrecks. You get big money, but you got to be able to have some money to hold out until you make that money. We have a guy here named Jim Adler. I don't know how many millions of dollars that man has made on wrecks and made people so much money. But he's set up for that. Celebrity attorney. Make a lot of money. Listen. She has a channel in this section, Charlene. Justice Reacts is her name. I promote her page. I always have. Because I think she brings great content. She does a lot of reactions on Roz. And apparently she and Roz are going back and forth. And this has been going on for a while. But she always brings out the legalities. And that's what I'm really interested in. Because anybody can come out here with content and go back and forth with somebody. But will it stand up in a court of law? Or will it just bring you views and money? Hers will do both. They'll stand up in a court of law and it brings her money. And it has taken her a while for people to like really kind of attach themselves to her. But if you're a pretty sharp person, you don't have to be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but have common sense. And you listen to her, what she's talking about, she makes it make sense. Okay? Sherry says, enjoy your dinner. Did you go get your new phone? I got it last night out the office. I was supposed to take it to Toya. She wasn't home. So it's out there in the car. Hey, highly favored. How you doing? Ms.V, you're making me hungry. But get up and go cook you something. You can listen to me and cook. Clean it up for me, Myra. That I look 100% better, huh? Okay. Chris chicken with hot sauce. Yes, ma'am. I normally like Louisiana hot sauce, but lately I ran out and I didn't get up and go get any. And I had Tabasco up there. That's my second choice. And I think I'm kind of developing a flavor for it more than a Louisiana hot sauce now. As you age, your taste buds will age and they will change on you. Don't say I didn't tell you if you get there. But thank you, Myra. Drumsticks, go ahead, Ms.V. Much love to you, Queen. Yes, ma'am. I had to go on get me some food here. I hadn't eaten all day. I hadn't eaten since yesterday. Yeah, yeah. I had to go up there. I actually took it out the freezer when I was home for lunch. And then I had to go back to work. Didn't have time to eat. So the wings were already thawed out and everything. So I didn't do it to wash them and season them. Pull me a skillet out. Because I think I'm going to put that air fryer underneath the cabinet. That air fryer has been sitting on the cabinet in 2 houses for a whole year. I have not used it yet. Now, when I was living with my sissy, I used hers all the time. It was like, take you one home with you. So I did. I brought it up there and I put it on the counter. I had bought another one and I gave it to my girlfriend, Carol. And I mean, she uses it all the time. I used it when I was over there, but I don't know. I just like to break out the skillet and put it in the oil and fry it. I mean, maybe that's just country in me. I don't know. Hey, Manifest, greetings to you also. And then I hadn't had waffles in so long. I just thought about it. I said, I just want some wings and some waffles tonight. I must say I did a pretty good job. I really like them. Princess in the house. Everybody speaking. Alex, I appreciate you liking it over here. Yeah, just stick around. Like I say, if you don't like one live, catch another one. They ain't never gonna be the same. Because I always got something different to talk about. Hey, Sting. But that was my take tonight. To have been able to catch a live. And I actually went over there in the car to see if she was on. Because I wanted to catch her and tell her it's time for us to do the gumbo cook-off I was talking about today. That's the lady I was talking about today. She was so deep off into what she was talking about, I wasn't about to interrupt her live. And she had like 300 some people in her chat. Talk about no gumbo. Let me hear what you got to say. So I just laid back in the bushes. I'm glad I did. I haven't caught the first of it, how she started it, but the ending of it was awesome. Hello, everyone. Just got home. Ms.V, you are right. I'm like, listen to her sometimes, just checking in, showing love, getting ready for a bed. I don't like this time. Oh, there it is. Now it's saying I'm live. So let me just move over here and see if it works better. These walls in these places, not just, I don't know if y'all could hear me or not because it was telling me that it was reconnecting. Ellie and Teddy, you're so pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Good night, Sandra. You can catch the replay. I appreciate you. Hit that like button on the way out for me. Thank you kindly, Myra. Okay, that's coming from Manifest. Ambulance chaser. Yeah, Manifest. Ambulance chaser. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of TV since I've been back here, Sting. But before I left, that man was always on a commercial. And it costs a lot of money to run them commercials, so he had to be making money. Dynamite D is looking for you, Myra. Tomorrow she needs you in her live to drop a link to membership badges. I brought a badge today. She told me to tell you, okay? I have no idea what y'all talking about or who Dynamite D is. So I'm gonna move on. Hey Alex, I will be a queen. What? Jam. Hey Alex, I will be a queen. Y'all talking over my head. What you say, Sandra? Ms.V, was that earthquake close to you? My friend called me. She lives in California. No. What earthquake? Baby, we've been out there on the bus delivering children. I don't know nothing about no earthquake. If it didn't hit in what cities we went to? League City? Dickinson? I'm close to Texas City. I'm close to Galveston. I'm close to Dickinson, uh, Santa Fe, uh, Pearland. Where you live, Sting? Pasadena. Um, what's down that other way? San Leon. Then it didn't hit close to me. Where did it hit? Prince has put Justice Reacts channel in. I appreciate that, Prince. We don't know. We don't have no radio or nothing on the bus, and my cell phones are off on the bus, so I have no clue that an earthquake hit anywhere close here. But I'm not surprised. Anything that goes on these days, because that's the times we living in. She also worked with the Secret Service. I didn't know anything about that. I knew she has always mentioned that she worked with the Sheriff Department, but I had no idea she worked with the Secret Service, but that's awesome too. I mean, that's a step above there. Hey, Brianna. Hey, Queen. Ms.V, have a beautiful, lovely night. Glad to catch your live. Thank you, Brianna. I appreciate that. Okay. Exactly. Chatting with Ms.V. That is exactly why they will not target Justice as much as they do others, because what she knows and speaks truth. Yes, she does. Roz will come out here calling her all out of her name and, using gender slurs and stuff like that, which Justice really could come back and use that against her. But she doesn't. She stays on point with her commentary. And no, they ain't coming for her. Because they know she know what she's talking about. Alex says, Jam, I'm sorry. Are you a male? Y'all off into too much. I'm going to have to start reading this before I start saying it. I've tried that hot sauce in places, but I really haven't developed a taste for it yet. It's a little thick too. For me, is that one of your favorites? I don't know how to fry chicken, so I buy it. What you mean you don't know how to fry chicken? You bring the oil to a temperature. Get you a cookbook and see what temperature. I just cook. I don't have to worry about what temperature. I just know. The only time I worry about a temperature is on bacon. And once the grease gets hot, then you know how to wash your chicken. You know how to season your chicken with whatever seasoning you want on there. And you get some flour and you coat it with the flour. If you want a double, you can even make an egg batter. But the thing about it is you got to fry it slow if you're using an egg batter, because it's going to burn faster. And you got to keep flipping it. And I always have oil covering the chicken so the chicken will float up. Then once it floats up, I know it's done. Get some paper towels, lay it on the paper towel, let the oil drain, and eat the chicken. They deep fried it when you do that. When the oil comes up over the chicken, you deep fry it. But don't put no chicken in no cold oil now, because that's going to be a soggy, greasy mess. Don't do that. Oh, no, Alex, I am woman. Just never being called a queen on here. Thank you. Okay. Y'all getting y'all's genders together. I can never let go of that real Louisiana hot sauce. And great aunt still sends me. Now, manifest. When I lived in Baltimore, I had to always come back for certain things, because they didn't have a lot of brand names up there that I was familiar with. No Del Monte. No Louisiana hot sauce. I was there 10 years. It took about 4 years before I actually saw the Louisiana hot sauce on the shelves anywhere in any of the stores. And I was totally unfamiliar with those brands. Not even bread. They didn't have the same brands. I'm like, what a Sunbeam, what a Wholesome. Huh? Different areas of the country. The Prince, hello from Alex. Okay, y'all are speaking here. My Jam, you better had brought your butt out the bushes. Oh, brought your butt out the bushes. That Myra, I tell you, she can come in with some stuff. Jam is in the building tonight. She ain't playing with us. Hey, the Real Yo-Yo. How y'all doing? Y'all do know the Real Yo-Yo has a channel over there also. She's my moderator, but she has a channel. And Pierre Bike Life is in the building tonight. He has a very relaxing channel. Y'all speaking to you. Sunshine Chronicles is in the building tonight. Ms.V, yes, that's better. I thought that was my phone. It was mine. I went out and I upgraded my Wi-Fi from 400 to 800, and I'm still in certain areas in the house. He says it's the walls because this building was built for 5 hurricane. Okay. So that means there's a lot of stuff inside of these walls. It's like barriers. And if you look at all that concrete out there in that garage, that's blocking a whole lot of stuff from coming in. And these walls are very thick, and I don't know what's inside of them, but try nailing in them. You're going to be in a lot of nails trying to get nails in these walls. We had to come up with something else. Manifest says, oh my gosh, gumbo, my boys have requested I do 2 different gumbos before I have surgery. It's not going to be easy. Told them they must help me out. It's a lot of work to gumbo. It's a lot. It's an all-day project for me. Should work out. They've been watching me. Okay. And then if you're there, you can always tell them what to do. Yep. Hi, Constance. Look at the bus driver in the building, y'all. That's the bus driver. That's Miss Diane. Hey, Miss Diane. That's Constance Jean Lewis, y'all. That's my bus driver. I made it in the chat tonight. Hello, Ms.V. I'm watching you tonight. I'm enjoying your talk. Thank you, Miss Diane. Y'all tell Miss Diane hi. Okay. Your mom, you're so beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in. Y'all hit that like button. Subscribe over here. Run it up. Manifest, I've never had gumbo. I don't think I'll never try it. Okay, Myra, I've told you about that. And come into my chat talking about what you had never had and what you won't try. And you done tried some things that we probably wouldn't eat either. If you're not going to try it, then keep it to yourself, okay? Because everything in gumbo, you eat it. Every meat in there, unless it's seafood that you're allergic to. And you don't have to make it seafood. You can make it chicken. You eat chicken. You eat sausage. Okay? Come on now. Stop that. You too old for that. How you going to teach your children to eat foods and you never tried them yourself? At least try it one time and then make an opinion on it. Come on now. Thank you, your mom. I appreciate that. Somewhere west of Texas. Oh, west of Texas. West of Texas would be going out Abilene. What else is west? San Antonio. Let's get down up towards New Mexico, West Texas. I ain't nowhere close to that. You talking up in the panhandle somewhere, I guess. Unless it was closer in to San Antonio, you still talking what? 4 hours from here? That's why I don't know nothing about it. Hey, Forrest, fried chicken is so good, especially when your grandma makes it. Yes, indeed. You see, everybody's grandma was a cook, right, Forrest? We talked about that earlier. Nobody could cook like your mama, right? You hear that all the time from grown people. Oh, I like it like this. This is the way my mama cooked, because you used to it. I could taste it and not like it because that ain't the way my mama cooked it, or that's not the way I learned to cook it. So everybody has individual taste buds. Your DNA and your taste bud ain't the same as mine. I may like something my own siblings don't like because I'm willing to try foods from all over the place, as long as they were cooked by somebody clean, they're seasoned well, and it tastes good the first time I tried. If I put it in my mouth and I don't like it the first time, I probably won't never go back to it. But I'm not going to sit up there and judge a food. That's almost like judging people. Oh, I know I'm not going to like her because she's not tall. Oh, I know I'm not going to like her because she's too dark. No, food is the same thing. If it's just like I showed y'all my food on the plate. Now, if I'd had that waffle all slopped up there and chicken brown on one side, white on the other, and black on the other, you wouldn't have eaten it because it didn't look appetizing. That's how I judge things. It looks appetizing. I'm gonna try a little bit of it. I ain't gonna go put bite off into a big old piece of the stuff and I don't know nothing about it. But you got to be open. Um, Myra, well, there are many ways we do it in Louisiana. There is seafood, there's chicken, there's sausages, both made with roux and vegetables over white rice. Exactly. So what's wrong with that? And she eats every last one of those things in there. But because it's together, you're not going to eat it. Your food going down together. You find people pick over food. They got to eat all of this at one time and let it go down. All of this at one time and they let it go down. They don't mix the food together in their mouth. So you don't get the true flavors of the food. They say when you mix it together like that, eat it the way you want to eat it. I don't care. But I'm over all that. I'm eating my food together. Okay. Welcome, Miss Dinah. We have heard a lot about you. Come back in the chat. I was going to try to come live. I even asked on the bus today because we were going to stay over, but we got in really late this evening after we had to clean up the bus and everything and came back inside. And I was going to get Miss Dinah to come on live and we were going to talk about the transportation system tonight. And we both kind of looked at each other in the end. We had work we needed to stay there and do. And we said, we can do that tomorrow. We got 2 more days. So, yeah, we eventually, y'all going to meet Miss Dinah. She funny, y'all. She really is. Miss Dinah be going on and on and on. And I'll be like, okay, what are we talking about now? And I'll be getting so confused. And then I'll hear half of it because I tell you, I'm way back in the back. And Miss Dinah's way up in the front. And when you hear her voice, then you're going to understand why I can't understand her. She has this raspy type of voice. So try that with that radio coming from up there and then coming all the way to the back where the lift is for the handicaps to take them off. And it's rattling in your ears. And then the children, you're trying to watch them and keep up with them. And I catch half of what's going on. And then I hate repeating myself. And everything I say, I got to say it again because she can't hear me either. And have stuff all wrong. And I be like, no, I got to correct this because she ain't got it right. I'm glad you're okay. I'm getting ready to watch me some Lifetime movies. Hello, Miss Diane. Thank you, Sandra. I love seafood. I do too, just, and I'm glad I'm not one of those people who are allergic to iodine. I am because I love myself some seafood, and I know seafood. If you eat that, you eating bottom feeders. Okay, but if you eat a chicken will eat his own poop. But some people, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, but you eat chicken. A hog is much cleaner than a chicken. You ain't never seen a hog eat his own poop. I'm just telling you straight facts over here. Okay? That's why chicken got a gizzard. Do y'all know the feeling when on a Sunday grandma makes breakfast and it is so good? Well, I used to. I haven't had a grandma in years, Forrest. But yeah, grandma's food is always good. It's the best. It's better than mama's. She puts so much love into it. I think that's what it is. Mama sometimes be in a hurry. Her food is good, but grandma just got so much love and so many years of experience in the kitchen. Myra, grow up. I'm going to skip over that because there's a lot of things that look nasty but don't taste nasty, okay? And that you don't do food like that, okay? Get out of my chat talking about it look nasty, okay? A lot of things I've seen don't look like they would taste good and be the best thing since sliced bread, okay? I ain't gonna listen to you, Myra. Moving on. Miss Diane, hello, Queen. Glad that you blessed our chat tonight. Nice to meet you. Okay. Manifest say, nice to have you with us, this evening, Miss Diane. See, I told you they would be warm and welcome to you, Miss Diane. Miss Diane is a good bus driver too. She's very safe and she's very particular about those kids too. Getting them to that destination on time, picking them up at the time. Sometimes she be rushing, trying to get there. And I'm like, Miss Diane, we're going to rush to get there to the house and then we're going to have to go sit with them at the school. You can't tell them. When it comes to them kids, just back off, okay? Back it off. Um, to just Miss V, you got some chicken left? Yeah, I got 2 pieces on the stove. How I'm gonna get it to you? I did 4 pieces. I did 2 flats and 2 drums. Okay. And somebody asked me the difference in the flats and the drums in one of the chats. And see, my problem is I'll be hungry and I get too hungry, and then I'll turn around and I won't want nothing to eat. That's how it goes over here. Hazelnut. I ain't trying that last name. You like the earrings? I appreciate that. Thank you. Hit the like button if you like it over here. Hey, Jules, how you doing? Myra, I would take your plate. Don't worry about Myra. She got some issues going on. It might not be good for her anyway because she got a lot of asthma and allergies and stuff going on, and that might not be a good meal for her. Okay. Sandra says, my grandmother and mother used to salt and pepper. It wasn't about no seasoning. That's all they had back then. They didn't have a lot of seasonings back then when I was a child growing up. Salt and pepper was basically it. And then somewhere along the way, Miss Dash came out. It was during that time when my mother had head surgery because she started using natural stuffs like lemon juice and vinegar and that Mrs. Dash to get away from the salt because the doctor told her she couldn't have salt anymore. And then later, the garlic salt and the garlic powder came out. She couldn't use the salt still, but she would use the garlic powder and the onion powder. And she started introducing that into the meals. So we grew up as seasonings came on the market. She started trying different seasonings, not being able to use salt. And I learned from the jump not to cook with salt. Because of what she had been through. And I've learned to season food very well without it. Let's see. Myra, traveling around the country, culturally enriched, and enjoyed traveling around the world and people, and will certainly try different foods. You got to. In some places, you won't have a choice. You go into Mexico, and what you think you're going to eat? You're going to eat Mexican food. In most of the places you go in, they may have some American foods there, but look who's going to be cooking it. So it's not going to be tasting the same as American foods would. You got to broaden your horizons. Okay? You can't hear each other. What? I love me some seafood too, Jules. I don't care if they bottom feeding, whatever they bottom feeding off of, you clean it out of them anyway. And I'm gonna tell you, somebody else loves some seafood. Is Treese over there, baby? Every time I go and try to catch something, she's eating crabs. I think she said her favorite was blue crab, and that was my husband's favorite was blue crab. But mine is the Alaskan king crab. And again, I don't like that part up here, that big knot part. I just like the leg part. Yep. I use that other part to season food or to open it up and put it in other foods. Y'all trying to help Myra. I'm going to skip over that. Y'all work with her. I can't. Sandra says, I'm out here. Everyone have a good night. Sleep in heavenly peace. Okay, you do that. Ms.V, I never saw chicken eating its own poop. It will. I grew up on a farm, Tajisti. My father never had chickens. Now, if you go into what I'm trying to say, these poultry houses, you won't see it because they got them all cooped up and neck out where they just going down in there, and they got troughs behind them where they can poop in it and everything, so that you won't. But go out on a real farm where they just range fed chickens, okay? You will. They eat anything. They don't have no choice of what it is. Ada, President Trump is on live right now on RSBN YouTube. Much love. Okay, see you later, Ada. I saw something about him last night. That was enough for me. He's not in office. I'm worried about the one that's in office, not the one that used to be in office. But check it out, Ada. Alex, okay, but I will try it one day. Okay, correct, Ms.V. They didn't have different seasonings back in the day. No, that's all they had. Ms.V, I am allergic to seafood. A lot of people are. It's the iodine in it that they can't handle. However, it sure does smell good. It tastes good too. Ask me and Jewel Spills. Okay. Salt and pepper is all I used to season my chitlins. Okay. Myra, I totally understand. I am a picky eater myself. I've never been. We couldn't grow up like that, eating picky. Well, I'm gonna say it like this, Alex. It was a lot of us, and my mom did a lot of cooking. Every day was like Sunday dinner. The food was going to be out in serving containers on the table. You could sit there and you could be picky if you wanted to. But once the food was picked up and the kitchen was clean, there wasn't no snack foods in the house. Not when she done cooked maybe 2 different kinds of meats, 2 or 3 different kinds of vegetables, cornbread, rolls, the full gamut every day. And you come talking about I'm being picky. You can be picky, but you can also be hungry in the house I grew up in. Now, we had 3 meals a day. The father cooked the breakfast in the morning, boiled breakfasts, eggs, bacon, sausage. You always had at least 2 different meats. Okay. Eggs, he might have done pancakes one morning. He might do toast the next morning. He might do grits. He might do oatmeal, whatever. Whatever you didn't eat, that was fine. But what you weren't going to do was sit up there and eat up the whole bowl of eggs because that's all you wanted. It was going to go around the table because if there was 8 people there, it was 1 egg in there scrambled for everybody. So you know what 1 serving is. Okay? And it was always enough for everybody there. And there's usually 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It was 11 people at the table in the morning. We never ate at the breakfast table. We were at the dining room table because it was so many of us. With the grandparents living there, the mother, the father, and the children. Blue is my favorite crab. I didn't really care too much for crabs until I moved to Baltimore, and you know that's one of the big things there in that Baltimore area, Jewel. And so by us living there in Catonsville, every time we went to eat seafood, that was what he ordered was crabs, and I was like, "Can I have some shrimp?" That's what I'm from Louisiana. That's what I want, and so we did. Okay. Hi Latifah. How you doing? Free Palestine. Okay. I just pray that the world will see some type of peace, but that's not what the Bible says. It says you will see war and rumors of war. So it ain't much we can do about it. It's the people who can. We need to pray for them to make the best decisions on this stuff so we won't be going into wars and all of this. Ms.V, my mom was like that too when it came to cooking as well. Okay, I raised the same way. A lot of us who were raised back then were raised that way. First of all, it wasn't no fast foods for you to go and eat. Fast foods didn't come to my hometown until the 70s. I was actually in high school when the first McDonald's and the first Burger King came to town. Right across the street from the high school, we had an open campus and everybody flocked over there at lunchtime. But we also had a cold line and a hot line at our cafeteria where you could get sandwiches, hot sandwiches, hamburgers, hot dogs, cold sandwiches, ham sandwiches, turkey sandwiches, or you could go over into the hot line, which was a meal. So that's the way it was in the white high school. In the black high school, you didn't have that choice. So you got to remember, my first year in high school, it was not integrated. I was there on freedom of choice. It didn't integrate until my 10th grade year in high school. And that's when all hell broke loose because they closed down the black high school and made it a 9th grade center, which made everybody in that town go to school together. If you were 9th grade, you went to one school, what used to be the high school. And then the rest of us were trucked out to the other white high schools because was no longer a black high school for you to go to. It was a 9th grade center. And that's how they integrated my small hometown. We only had fast food on Fridays. We didn't have it to have. We didn't have any fast food. There was one Southside Coney Island. There were two Mexicans that lived in the town. One sold insurance and one had a Coney Island. And anytime we wanted fast food, we went over there to get the hamburgers or we went over there to get the Coney Islands. And that's all they served. And French fries. My mom is in her late 70s, so you know the silent generation won't play with you. I just had to wait until the next day. Go to bed hungry, but drink you some water. Wasn't a lot of soda pops in the house either, because my mom had grandmother had the little grocery store out front. So you were free range to a soda pop once a day. You could go out to the store and get you a soda. Now, other than that, there were never none in our house. We had lemonade, we had tea, we had Kool-Aid, but never sodas. And now it's probably good that we didn't. We could only have one a day. If we went out to the store, grandma would give us one a day. Or we could go out there and if you wanted something sweet and my mom hadn't cooked a cake or a pie, you could go out there and grandma would give you a honey bun or a moon cookie or them cookies that was 2 for a penny. Okay? So that's how we grew up. Yes, red spills so far. They are the only ones in my list. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm coming up on 47 minutes. I'm at 8 now. Let my food get cold. But that's what I wanted to come out here and talk to y'all about. For those of you who have not watched Justice and you do like watching legal stuff, I recommend her channel very highly. And we also have JP in the chat tonight. She has a channel out here, Real Spills. What is it? What's your channel name, Jules? Real Spill JP. Okay. And we had Pierre in the channel tonight. He has a channel out here. And I'm not sure who else was here, but y'all probably know all of them anyway, because they are channels that I have been looking at and trying to support before I went to work. Okay, sugar in the water. We always had lemonade. Yeah, because we had lemon trees outside. We had plum trees, peach trees, lemon pecans. Those were the fruit bearing trees on the property. Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna get off of here and finish eating and then get in here so I can meet Miss Diane in the morning. Miss Diane, I appreciate you coming in, and we're gonna have to get together so you can come out here and they can meet the bus driver, okay? Because I definitely have talked about you out here on Chatting with Ms. V. Thank you so much for all of you who have come in tonight and subscribe to the channel and like, share the channel for me. I appreciate that. And we'll talk again tomorrow. Much love to you. Good night to all of you. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.